Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, September 22nd. We thank you for joining us on the Pix 11 Morning News. I'm John Muller.
Yes, hey, everybody. I'm Betty Nguyen, and we do want to begin this morning with a look at your weather and traffic. So for that, let's get to Miss Marissa Torres. Good morning.
Good morning. Much different feel out there today than compared to yesterday, right? Yesterday, we could keep the windows open, feel that refreshing air coming through. This morning, we're waking up primarily in the low 70s, 72 right now in Central Park, 75 in Patterson. And then, Joe, thank you for advancing that. Take a broader look at the region, and most of us waking up around the low 70s. You do have 68 for Newburgh and 68 for West Hampton. Heading west, a reminder that you are going to have the UN General Assembly once again in session for today. It is another gridlock alert. FDR Drive typically gets rather heavy through Midtown because you cannot exit onto 42nd and you cannot exit onto 49th Street. So we'll continue to follow the traffic situation. Rule of thumb. And then you had a mix of the 70s throughout much of the tri-state yesterday. So when we look at Central Park and the average high temperature so far this month, we're about 1 degree above average. And we're actually close in on that number a little bit more, especially with today. We're going to be feeling a little bit warmer even as we head in through the afternoon. So we're at 72 right now in Central Park. You look at New Jersey, close up Jersey, Hoboken at 75, same with Patterson. You have Jamaica, Queens at 72, Windsor out of the south. So you still have a little bit of an onshore. Top of the hour, let's go ahead and talk about the Jackie Robinson Parkway. Eastbound, we still have that crash alert, so that's something we'll be following throughout the morning. Another busy day expected. Also a little busy already with those Hudson River crossings. So we are talking about gridlock alert once again on a Wednesday. It is because the UN General Assembly still in session. Now, yesterday you had the president also coming into the mix, which did...
Lots coming up in the later hours of the Pix 11 Morning News.
Yep, let's check in with Dan and Hazel to see what they are working on today. Good morning.
Good morning, Betty and John. Commuters who take the city's buses or trains, well, we've got a story for you. Find out how you might be able to score a half-price Metro card.
Okay. Plus, we all feel the impact of the pandemic in different areas of our life, right? Many families say it's changed the way they eat. So see what those differences are coming up in the 7 o'clock hour.
And you may have heard this name floating around when it comes to treating COVID patients. IVERMECTIN. The drug seems to be popular among some unvaccinated people, but it's actually meant for livestock. Yep. And at 8 o'clock, we will have a doctor joining us to separate fact from fiction.
Okay, looking forward to that segment. That much more when we see you in just a few minutes at the top of 7 o'clock. Back over to you both.
Guys, thank you.
All right, happening today, thousands of pumpkins illuminated on Long Island.
Yeah, part of the annual Great.
And it is September 22nd. I'm Dan Manarino. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, it looks a little foggy out there. I'm Hazel Sanchez. And of course, you're never more than 10 minutes from weather and traffic. Let's check in with meteorologist Byron Miranda. Good
I know
morning.
what you two didn't do last night.
What?
What's that?
You didn't win the lotto.
No.
Well, you know, there's a lucky winner, Byron, and I thought we're going to have details coming up, but I thought it was...
Byron, so 713, George Washington Bridge still struggling. That disabled vehicle cleared out of the way. Now they're looking at a crash. It's just behind the cash tolls here. So we'll say 40 to 45, heavy there. The inbound stalled at
The House passed a measure to avert a financial calamity in the coming days, but in doing so, they've set up a major showdown with Senate Republicans. And there's no guarantee the country still won't end up in an economic disaster by next month. Washington.
A federal suit in Albany on Monday against the state's health commissioner saying that wearing masks in school for their children is a violation of their First Amendment rights. Reporting live in Lower Manhattan, I'm Katie Corrado, Pix 11 News.
All right. Before we do the music part,
okay,
we'll do the stage part, because you know, to be or not to be an actor for me,
that is
not even a question. We did too, because she's been here for her QVC line, like most amazing person ever. And you'd be afraid because you don't know what she's going to say to you, but she's just the sweetest person ever, and no one does a red carpet show.
A little winded.
If you could only see what happens during the break. You should have seen Dan, Marisol doing push-ups.
Oh, well, Hazel, don't act like you suddenly are a lady, because you did push-ups with us,
I did
too.
one, but I did one.
Bueno, muchacha, one is better than none.